These are some of the naga plants, chili plants and aubergine plants. I think there's some peppers in there as well that I planted about 2 weeks ago. This is what they are looking like at the moment. I've just left them on the windowsill so they are nice and warm, but at the same time they are receiving plenty of sunlight as well. Got just one growing from this tray, which means the rest of the seeds were probably either dead or the germination chances of those seeds were very low. And here we've got some chili plants. They're nice and tall, growing quicker than the naga and the aubergine plants. Hello and welcome back. These are some of the plants that I sowed a couple of months ago, and they have grown significantly now, and these at the moment they are in the greenhouse and they are ready to be repotted into larger pots to allow them to flourish and grow well. Okay, so we've got the chili plant here. Okay, nice size there. Green chilies, also some very dark chilies. They're very spicy, so these are the chilies. We've got the aubergine plants here. As you can see, even though they're high up on the shelf, the snails can still get to them. So you've got to be very careful and just keep an eye on these plants to make sure that they're not being damaged by any pests. Okay, we've got some peppers here. These are pepper plants. And then we've got the naga plants here. So they've grown really well, the naga plants. These are the tomato plants. We've got some bottle gourds here. Not sure what this one is. I think it's a sweet pumpkin. We've got some flowers in there as well, some geraniums. Okay, over here we have again lots of hodu plants, so the bottle gourd plants, looking all nice and healthy to be replanted into larger pots. Okay, underneath here we have carrots. These are carrot plants and they'll be planted into the soil very soon. As I said, it's the middle of May and I'm hoping to repot all of these by the end of May, and hopefully we won't get any bad weather by then. Okay, and we've got quite a few plants over here. I think these are cucumber plants. Okay, this here is a variety of salads. We'll see what these are all about once they grow. I think we've got some more bottle gourd plants and some sweet pumpkins over here as well. And here we have got more flowers which will be planted as well into the ground. Okay, so let's see how it goes. Okay, so we are going to replant some naga plants, and this is what we're putting into the soil. So we have got some organic fish bone there. We are going to be using some fertilizers. This is what this fertilizer is called, Incredibloom or Incredicrop. Very good fertilizer. It just allows the fruits to grow and you get lots of fruits and vegetables on your plants. We'll be using that. And the compost we are using is the Westland Grow Sure compost, which already has about 4 months worth of feed in there. So these are the fertilizers we'll be using to repot the naga. Okay, do you want to take those out? Okay, so that's the fish bone there. So in goes the Incredicrop fertilizers, which allows, it says you get 4 times as more fruits and vegetables, and I agree with them because I used them last year and the crops were fantastic. So add some of that in there as well, because the naga plant is actually not a native plant to the UK, so it's important that we do use these fertilizers to allow the naga plant to grow well and to flourish and fruit. So we are going to take these naga plants out of the smaller tray and plant them individually into the larger buckets. Okay, so all you have to do is turn them over so that you don't damage the roots or the plant. As you can see, rather than just pulling them out, you can see the roots growing under that, and they need plenty of space to grow. So this is the perfect time for us to regrow these. There were two there, so we've separated them, and we are going to plant them individually into individual buckets, okay, which will give them plenty of space to grow and flourish. Okay, and then just compress them lightly with your hand. Make sure that they are stable and anchored into the ground. Okay, brilliant, and that's ready to go now. Okay, so this is a bit more information on the fertilizer that I have been using in some of my crops, the Incredi crop. Okay, so as you can see, it says 400% more fruit and vegetable. It's a slow release controlled plant feed, one application per season. So once you've used this in a crop or for a crop, you won't need to use it again for that season, maybe the following season. I think it lasts for about 8 months, which is really good. It's got a lot of, it's high in nitrogen, so that's very healthy for the plant. It's easy to use, and it's released over a period of 7 months. Now, this is also used by farmers and people in the agriculture industry. A lot of people don't know about this, but this is actually quite a good fertilizer. And as you can see, I like this bit here where it says that it's false economy not to use it, which is a quote from Peter Freeman. Okay, so I would definitely recommend this fertilizer over any of the normal market ones that you can purchase in some of the garden centers that sell fertilizers for plants, especially for fruits and vegetables. Right, I just wanted to make you aware that when you are potting plants into smaller or larger pots, make sure that you have got holes at the bottom. You can see holes in this one. This one actually came with pre-holed. Okay, so yes, a lot of the pots do come pre-holed. If you're growing them inside buckets like the way I am, then you will have to create your own holes so that there is good drainage. Any excess water just comes out the bottom, because if you have too much water in the compost or in the soil, it will damage the plant. So this is something that you need to be aware of and just keep in mind. We are going to do exactly the same with these aubergine plants, which are also known as eggplants. Now, we have been delayed in repotting them because of the bad weather, so they've been in the greenhouse for a little longer than they should. That's why they've grown slightly larger than what they should be looking like, but that's only due to the bad weather. I'd rather have them like this than repot them and the bad weather affecting them, because that will affect the amount of fruit that you get on your vegetable plants. Okay, so you can see these plants are slightly larger than what they should be like, so you can repot them before they get to this size, as long as you've got good weather and you can keep them out. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. So that's the aubergine plant, and we are going to use this bamboo stick here. You see this bamboo stick as a stake, just to hold the plant upright, because these plants can grow quite tall and then they start drooping. So what you don't want to do is allow the plant to sort of droop to a side. So just to secure the plant, we will attach it to this bamboo stick here, which is nice and tall, and yeah, it'll just keep the plant upright so the vegetables can grow nice and easily. So we are going to fasten the plant against the bamboo stick with the jute string, which is an organic and natural product, and doesn't damage the vegetable or the plant in any way. Okay, so as you can see, we have repotted quite a few of our naga plants. We've still got a few left, but we are going to continue this tomorrow and the day after, because there's quite a few plants. These are aubergine plants. They've been repotted, not all of them, but a few of them. It's just started to rain, so we are going to call it a day and continue with this hopefully tomorrow if we get some good weather. If not, whenever we get some decent weather, we'll come out and repot the rest of the smaller plants into larger buckets. Now these buckets you can purchase from anywhere really. Just make sure that they have holes at the bottom, or you need to create holes to give it good drainage so that the water doesn't the plant doesn't get damaged by excessive water. Okay, we'll see how these go. I'm hoping that they'll start growing really quickly now, because they've got their individual pots, and they're nice and secure. I'm going to leave them inside the greenhouse for the next couple of weeks, maybe till the end of May. Once we get some really good weather, these will be coming out. Okay, so as you can see, I've also repotted the tomato plants all along my garden fence. Okay, and you may have noticed this bamboo stick here, which goes all the way up there, because these tomato plants will grow very tall, and I get lots of tomatoes growing on my tomato plants every year, so I'm hoping for the same this year. As you can see, I've just grown them into individual pots. These pots have got holes underneath them, so there's good drainage, no risk of them getting too much water. I've just recently repotted these. As you can see, these blue pellets inside, these are slug pellets, because the slugs love getting to these leaves and munching them, which damages the plant severely. Okay, so we'll see how these goes. I'll keep you updated.